Hi vinyl community, it's Mike here, and today's video is yet another vinyl tag, but this one is quite special. It comes from Brian, Embryonic Robot, and rather than being a straightforward vinyl tag, I think it's more of a psychological experiment. And the experiment, I think, is to test the vinyl community's Pavlovian response to the word tag. So this tag is called the difficult vinyl tag, and it might have been named the impossible vinyl tag, except Brian has allowed us some leeway. So if there's a question that you don't have the answer to, that you just can't show anything, then you're allowed to substitute it for something else. But I thought it was really interesting, really great to do, and I've seen quite a few people do this. So obviously the Pavlovian response is quite strong amongst us, isn't it? And I've enjoyed every single one of them. So I thought, well, why not have a go myself? So here goes. There's only 10 questions. So the first one, and I fall at the first hurdle really, because the first question is show a CD longbox. Now, a CD longbox, as Brian showed it, is a single CD in an unfeasibly large sort of long packaging. And they just weren't a thing in the UK. And I don't think I've ever owned one. And I'm not sure I've ever really seen one. However, I will show this, and it's about the same size as a CD long box, and it's a Johnny Cash collection, and it's 3 CDs, and you've got Folsom Prison, you've got it's live at San Quentin and America. So there you go. So this is a really nice little CD box set of Johnny Cash. So that's in lieu of a long box. Right, question 2. Now I could do this, and it's show a Flexi disc. Now I've got quite a few Flexi discs that have come with albums as sort of bonus tracks from time to time, but I really can't keep track of them. And so, you know, they'll be in there behind me somewhere, and I don't know. I don't know where they are, and I can't remember which albums have them and which don't. However, I do have this one, and it's a cooking vinyl Flexi disc, and I think it's from the 90s, and it came with a Folk Roots magazine that I used to subscribe to every month. And this has got 4 tracks on it. You've got Rory McLeod, Farewell Welfare. And Rory McLeod, if you don't know, he's a folk singer, and he's from London with Irish roots in Donegal, I think. Then you've got the Mekons, King Arthur. So by this time, the Mekons had stopped being a punk band and were now sort of very much a sort of folky sort of country band. You've got the Oyster Band, the Old Dance, and Michelle Shocked and Who Cares from the Texas Campfire tape. So that's my Flexi disc. Question number 3. A record with a timing stamp or time strip on the jacket. And again, I fail on this one, I'm afraid, Brian. The record that you showed, Brian, and the records that some other people have shown have got like a little white rectangular sort of strip on the front of the album that gives the timings of the tracks, and I just don't have anything like that. So instead, what I thought I'd do is I would show an album that isn't from Japan but has an obi strip, and this is Django Django, Marble Skies. Definitely not from Japan. It definitely has an obi strip. So that's in lieu of a time strip. It's an obi strip. Right. Question number 4. Show a live CD or live album where you were at that gig. Right then, folks. I'm going to show you this, but you've got to bear with me on this one. Right. Here we go. So there we go. Live at Leeds by The Who. And people are going, Mike, what, you were at Live at Leeds? You don't look old enough. Well, I wasn't old enough, and I wasn't live at Leeds. But Live at Leeds was recorded on the 14th of April 1970 by The Who at their live gig at the Refectory at Leeds University. And My connection with that is that 7 years and 8 months later, on the 18th of October 1977, I went to the live Stiffs tour at the Refectory at Leeds University, and this is the album, Live Stiffs. But unfortunately, they didn't record this album at Leeds University. In fact, they recorded it at various places. The University of East Anglia in Norwich, Leicester University, and the Lyceum in London. But I was there in Leeds for this tour, so doesn't quite fit the bill, but I thought, well, you know, you've got to show something, haven't you? Right, question number 5. Right, show a record that isn't on Discogs, or you entered on Discogs yourself. Well, I don't really use Discogs to, catalogue my own record collection. Maybe I should, but it just seems too much of a faff. And if I'd started years ago, then maybe I would. But I can guarantee that this is not on Discogs, and it's another Live at Leeds. But this is a little CD, and as you can see, it says Vinyl Community Live at Leeds on the 9th of March 2024. And what happened is that people from the UK VC met up at Leeds Record Fair in Leeds Market on the 9th of March 2024 for a bit of a meet-up and a communal crate dig. So there you go. And this CD is absolutely fantastic, and it was given to us. He made lots of copies, so one for everybody that turned up, and it's from Martin, whose channel is Vinyl Scavenger. And as you can see, it's just finds and samples, and it's really fantastic. I couldn't tell you what's actually on this CD, who the people are, who they're not, but it's a really interesting mix of dance and gospel and folk and all sorts of stuff. And he's put it together really well, and this is really good. I actually quite treasure this, and so thank you again, Martin, for taking the effort to do such a lovely thing for our vinyl community meetup. So that's one that's not on Discogs. Right. Show a 7-inch single and a 12-inch single of the same track, or it could be a cassette and or a CD single or whatever, but on 2 different formats. And I've gone for this. So here's the 7-inch single, Ian Jury, Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll, and you can see on the B side the brilliant Razzle in My Pocket. And I also have a 12-inch, or as Stiff say, a giant 45, and also Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. But the B-side has 2 tracks, and it's Sweet Gene Vincent and You're More Than Fair. So there you go. That's my single on 12-inch and 7-inch. Question number 7. Oh, show an album and all the singles from it. So I've gone for Susie and the Banshees, and I've gone for Juju, one of my favourite Susie and the Banshees albums. And I'll show you there's the inner with the band there, and lyrics and whatever on the back. And the singles from this are Spellbound, and that's got a great version of Follow the Sun on it as well, and Arabian Nights. There you go. And just for good measure, I'll show you this single as well. And this is Fireworks. Now, Fireworks was not on the vinyl album, but it was on a remastered CD from 2000 and something. So I thought, for good measure, I'll put Fireworks in there as well. So that's the album and associated singles. Right. Show a record, an album, that has a CD with it. Well, it's quite a fashion, sort of like, not so much now, but a few years ago, I think, it's quite a fashion for vinyl albums to have CDs with them. And I've gone for this one, and it's Australian garage punk from Sydney, Straight Arrows, and the album's called It's Happening. There you go, and there's the band on the back. And this is the CD that comes with it. Some extra tracks, a deck of aces, and this is a really fine album and CD. So that's a vinyl album that came with a CD. Right, another sort of fail, I think, here, and it's show a box set that you have both as a CD box set and a vinyl box set. And I don't have any. I have been tempted in the past to get a vinyl box set and a CD box set. I think the Noi collection was one of them, but in the end, I just settled for the vinyl. So I can't really do that. So what I thought I'd do is I would show this. It's a Led Zeppelin box set, and it's a CD box set that looks like it should be a vinyl box set. So it's, the box is big enough to hold 12-inch vinyl. So there you go, a CD box set that looks like a vinyl box set. That's the best I can do with that one. Right, and finally, the final question is, show a song that has your name on it. So it could be your first name, your middle name, your nickname, or whatever. So it's Michael. So I've gone for Madness and the brilliant My Name is Michael Caine. So there you go. So that's it. I had great fun doing this. Particularly sort of trying to sort out how the hell I was going to answer some of those questions. So it's really good. So lots of you have had a go at this, and I've enjoyed every one of the videos, but there's still a lot of you out there that haven't done it. So, get something together and have a go, because it's great fun. So until next time, I'll see you. Bye-bye.